Hello friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is actually the first time I'm doing a voiceover for my videos, so if you have any feedback, please leave a comment down below. Today, I will be setting up my bullet journal for the month of July. It is kind of crazy how half of the year has flown by just like that, and we're now on to the second half of the year. For this month, I am using the Happy Wheels monthly kit from Planning with K. I've actually had this kit for a long time now. As you can see, I've already used up some of the stickers from the freebie sheets in my previous setup. I have printed out the decorative as well as the functional add-on sheets using my Canon Pixma TS5370 and cut them out using my Silhouette Cameo form. I've also printed out the Patreon exclusive sheet which I got from being a $30 patron a long time ago. I will also be using some printables available from her Patreon page. I've been so busy lately that I barely have time to bullet journal, so hopefully these printables will help me set up my spreads faster and easier. She has matching printables for almost all of her themes, I think, and you can print them out on sticker paper or regular printer paper is fine as well. So with that, let's get started with the bullet journal setup. So I've printed out two of the full page background printables. One of them is in this blue shade and the other one is in teal. I accidentally printed them out on regular printer paper instead of sticker paper because I forgot to change the settings on my printer. But it's okay, I'm just gluing them down onto my bullet journal using my glue tape. I feel like this is such a quick and easy way to set up your spreads, especially when you're in a time crunch or if you're feeling uninspired. Now I am using my Tombow Dual Brush Pen in the shade 526 to letter in the word July over on the right side of the spread. Over on the left side, I usually include a quote or a song lyric that matches the theme, but I could not find one that fits, so I chose this pun, "Well done" instead. And now we're done with the July cover spread. Let's move on to the next spread, which is my monthly overview spread. I've been using the original Ryder Carroll monthly log style since January 2020, and that was when I decided to do a hard reset on how I want to bullet journal. And so far, it has been working really great for me. But of course, I got curious and I wondered if I could make the calendar style of the monthly log work for me instead. So we're giving this another chance again this month, especially now that I have this 2-page calendar printable, which also means that I do not have to calculate how many dots down and across I need for each box. Since there is an empty space on the top left side of this spread, I am just stamping in the words July Overview using my alphabet stamps. And I'm also using the date stickers from the monthly kit for the dates on this calendar. For smaller stickers like this, I find using tweezers is much easier than using my fingers. Once that's done, I'm just writing down the 2 YouTube videos I plan on releasing this month and will write down the rest of the events off camera. Now that we're done with this spread, let's move on to the next one. I still want to incorporate the original monthly log style in my spread, so I am using the large vertical header sticker from the monthly kit as well as the vertical number strip from the add-on sheet to set up this spread. I am using my Staedtler fine liners to write down the initials for the days of the week. And I feel this is where it all went wrong for me. So I measured where I wanted to cut for the Dutch door, and when I flipped the page, I realized that I did not want the number strip to be visible on the other side. So I decided to cut yet another Dutch door that covers the number strip, making sure that only the vertical header sticker could be seen when flipping the page. Once that's done, I'm just running off the corners. And I thought that I wanted to glue down the Dutch door that was cut wrongly onto the correct Dutch door. But the more I look at it, the more I thought that this is the perfect opportunity to try out waterfall tabs. So that's exactly what I did. I did waterfall tabs this month. So I did my measurements again and I cut my final Dutch door and ran out of the corners again. And now the base of my waterfall tabs is done. Since I don't have very wide washi tapes to decorate the waterfall tabs with, I decided to use the washi tapes from Simply Gilded's Maze Up box, which is the Celestial Sea box, which sort of matches the theme of Happy Wheels, I guess. I am just using the 15mm washi tapes for now. I had to readjust the position of the washi tapes a couple of times to make the spacing look more even since some of the dots do not seem to align from page to page. I also had to trim down one of the touch doors because it looked a bit uneven. Once I'm happy with how the waterfall tabs look, I am just rounding off the corners again. And now let's move on to the header for this spread. I am using one of the large header stickers from the first page of the monthly kit for the title of this spread. This spread will be for my TV schedule page, where I write down all the shows starting and ending in July. I have not decided what to watch yet, so I'm just including the 2 shows that are ending this week. And with that, this spread is done. Let's move on to the next spread. Since this is the spread where the number strip is still visible, I decided to make this into a habit tracker spread. I use my alphabet stamps to stamp in the title of the spread, and I am using the left side of the spread to track my daily habits. I have not yet decided on what to track, so I will write them off camera. Over on the right side, I am using the space for weekly habits since I do have some that I want to track. And now that it's done, let's move on to the next spread. This next spread will be for my weekly TV schedule page as well as my Stream It Now tracker page. I'm using 2 of the larger header stickers again, but there is some overlap due to a lack of space. I have since cut that off because I just could not stand it. Over here, I'm just using 1 set of the days of the week stickers from the monthly kit for my weekly TV calendar. And since there is some space at the bottom of the page, I'm just using one of the washi tapes from the sub box again. And now let's move on to the last spread for the waterfall tabs. Over on the right side, I'm sticking in the 1-page calendar printable. This will be the monthly overview for next month. I initially wrote down the word August on the printable itself, but I did not like how that looked, so I covered it up with a piece of sticker and wrote down August on top of the printable instead. Over on the left side, I'm using both the original and the pastel mermaid seascape washi from Simply Gilded for borders on top and bottom of the page. I am sticking the 2 banner stickers from the add-on sheet for my headers. The top one will be for my monthly tasks and the bottom one will be for my Maybe Next section, which is a concept I got from Erin Smith over here on YouTube. Now I'm just filling in the dates for the calendar on the right side of the spread. And finally, all of my monthly setup pages are done. Now let's move on to my first weekly spread for the month. For the first week of July, I am using this 2-page horizontal weekly spread printable. I have been using 4 pages for each week in my bullet journal for as long as I can remember. So having to limit myself to just 2 pages this time round is quite a challenge. But I'm sure I'll make it work somehow. I am writing down the dates for the week, and for now, I'm only including the shows airing this week since that's the only information I am willing to share publicly, so you can see which shows I am watching. Except for that last one, I am actually behind on that show. I've yet to watch it, so I have to start on it soon. So that's it for the first week of July. Let's now move on to the second week of July. I decided to do a horizontal touch door this time round. I've always hated doing a horizontal touch door because it just does not cut out nicely. But I discovered this method from someone. I forgot who they are, but thank you so much for changing my life. So what you do is instead of cutting off the top part, you just glue it to the second page so that the whole top part is visible on both spreads. Now I'm just rounding off the corner, and after making sure that my touch door works, I'm sticking the 2 header stickers from the Patreon only sheet at the top of the spreads as decoration. At the bottom of the page, I am using the Dolphin Sunset washi tapes from Simply Gilded as borders. I know that it's Dolphin Sunset and my theme is Happy Whales, but dolphins and whales are part of marine life anyway, so I guess the tapes match the theme. Once that's done, I'm just drawing a line in the middle of the page to separate out the days. I'm using one of the days of the week sticker sets from the functional add-on sticker sheet to mark in the days. I thought of mixing and matching the sets, but I ended up sticking to one color in the end. The first column is for my weekly task, so I am adding a big wheel sticker at the bottom and a flag sticker at the top of the column. And now I'm adding some of the wheel stickers from the decorative add-on sheet to decorate the bottom of the page. I really like that there is a variety of wheel species featured on this sticker sheet. Now I'm going in with my Crayola super tip to write down the dates on top of those stickers. And I think that's it for the second week of July, which is also the last spread of my July setup. Here's the final flip through of all the spreads for this month. I am actually quite pleased with how the spreads turned out. It was so quick and easy to set up with all the printables, even though there were some hiccups with the waterfall tabs. I cannot wait to use up the rest of the kit throughout the month. Please let me know what your bullet journal theme is this month and hope that you have a great month ahead.